Introducing the Husqvarna DRT900H. That is the tiller. That means dirt. DRT means dirt. This has got a Honda GC160 engine and it is the world's worst tiller. I've been back here spending about 30 minutes just pulling the weeds out and figuring out what the hell's going on. So it basically makes mulch, but the secret to being the world's worst tiller is these paddles here. If you've already tilled something with a BCS tractor or you've tilled it with an actual tractor, then maybe you can use this to clean up rows. But it magnetically attracts all the long grass. And fortunately, my little Kershaw knife here has been doing a great job of helping me cut out this mess. But ultimately, I've made more mulch in the last 20 minutes of using this tractor, this tiller, than ever. We were tilling the pass out, and I've got just gunk and junk and everything caught in the tiller blades. They're kind of sharp if you've got like butter that you're cutting. And I'm sure if they're filed or something like that, maybe you could mix sand, but ultimately it's not for Virginia clay. It is not for Virginia clay. I'm gonna leave my knife right there. I'm gonna show you what I was working on. So this is the Husqvarna 900 DRT900H. H means for household use, not for farm use, not for large garden use. Let me get through here. This is actually all mulch, and what I was doing is tilling the paths to loosen up some soil to put around these potatoes, and we've gotten a whole 3 inches. Now you might call that, well, that was kind of an inch, but you might call that 6 inches to try to impress your friends. But I barely made dust on this Virginia clay here, where the BCS tractor can cut about 1.5 inches every turn and really get me into the ground. The problem is the BCS tractor is too wide for the trails, so we're going to actually redesign the paths between beds to make it as wide as a BCS. Here's the other bed. I basically was pulling weeds. That's what it was doing. It was pulling weeds. Full going, 5 or 6 passes. I should have known better. Probably the 3rd pass, I knew I wasn't going to get anything in here. But this is Virginia clay. And the Husqvarna, oh, here's another path where I was picking weeds with the Husqvarna 900H. And see, the concept here is that if you till the path out, you can turn that soil over to mound up your potatoes. And then you can till the path up and send some of the soil uphill. And what you're going to end up with is a terrace. We don't use the tiller too often, but the BCS tractor did this. Now I'm sure they went over it with the other tractor, with the Husqvarna. But look, the BCS goes right in, tills out of space. So we got corn right here. We've got wildflower strip in the middle of there. We got a couple other strips down there. But as a review for the Husqvarna DRT900H, H again is for household use. Oh, look at that trail there. I would not recommend it if you've got Virginia clay, unless you want to mulch, because look at that fine mulch. So basically I did about 40 feet, and then I cleaned it out, and then I did another 40 feet or so and cleaned it out, and then I'm tired. I'm just so tired of cleaning it out that I'm going to get this last little bit. What's happening is the grass gets all up around the center axle, and now don't get me wrong, the BCS tiller will get grass around the tines, but they have hook tines, and the hook tines will just take chunks of soil right out of there, and those chunks of soil help you get some depth. And I was just complaining a couple days ago about the BCS only getting about 6 inches deep after 3 passes on this clay soil here, fresh virgin clay soil. But I highly recommend, if you're going to use kind of the Husqvarna DRT900H, that you do it on mowed grass. The BCS tractor will chop down, it'll chop down tall plants and crush it and turn it into soil. Now again, we don't use tillage as our regular bed preparation. We use tillage for in the paths that we are okay if we get hard panned, because it's mainly for water transit. We use tillage for loosening up soil that we're going to then mound for potatoes or something like that. The BCS actually has a, and you have to stay tuned for more videos on the BCS. The BCS actually has a 36-inch wide or 34-inch wide till. And the reason I got this baby out, which we're going to call the baby tiller, is because it has this narrow stroke here. So don't get me wrong. If the soil was already tilled by some other big machine, then this could actually make dust of Virginia clay. But these paddle blades are not, they're not digging in the soil. They're just kind of gently slicing it, like wishing it was butter. And it makes for a jiggity, jiggity, jiggity ride. There's a little weight on the front of it to keep it on the ground. But again, if there's a weight on the front, it's only keeping the wheels traction on the ground. The tiller doesn't really, kind of just scrapes the top. Now, it does have a reversible blade, which is actually pretty nice. So you can actually put the blade forward and just kind of rip the weeds out of the ground and wrap them around the tines so that you get this fine tine mulch right here, and you get dusty all over yourself and your hands all dirty and gunky. And it's really for your pretend gardens, maybe your 10 square foot garden that you've got at home that you till every year because it makes it feel like you're a farmer because you don't yet know about no-till. But hey, if you've already got the tiller, the DRT900H dual rotating, secret is the paddles. It causes it to be completely useless in Virginia clay. But if you've already got it, you might as well use it. It's nice it has neutral, because forward is so damn slow that it's only useful for getting up hills. Other than that, once you get on a level, put that baby in neutral and push it because it's so light. And I have been able to, I don't want to demonstrate amazing feats of strength, but you can with one hand. I don't know if you see that. You can with one hand just lift it up and manhandle it, which is probably not politically correct, but I can simply manhandle it and push it. Oh, well, look at this. Oh, I'm going to take a turn. I can turn it around here and see the beautiful mulch that we've made. The nice Tine mulch. There's another pile over there somewhere. But the nice Tine mulch that we've made with the mower, with the tiller. It might as well be a mower. Anyway, this is kind of parody. Yeah, I don't really have anything against the, you know, if we met in a bar somewhere, we just shared a couple drinks and had a chat or something, I don't really have anything against the Husqvarna here, but I highly prefer the BCS tractor with a much larger transmission, better motor. The BCS is really wide. So like, if you like big butts, the BCS has got it, but I needed to get some down the paths. I think what I'm actually going to work with is a hoe next time, because this thing just didn't, just gingerly dusted the surface and pulled the weeds out of the ground and kind of tied them up in the tines. I'm Justin Hitt with Prosperity Homestead. Click the link below to see BCS tractor videos. BCS is a two-wheel tractor with multiple attachments and different kinds of implements. And I'm sure this is fine for a home garden in, you know, very sandy soil. But Virginia clay just didn't take kindly to getting the tickling that this little tractor did. Click the link below, join our mailing list. You're going to get more information about growing your own food, about managing land, and managing land for higher productivity. Again, I'm Justin Hitt with Prosperity Homestead.